It's mostly science and fiction. Mostly.
Star Trek Discovery. Does it suck? Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like my stuff, hit subscribe. Nah, just kidding. The answer is more complicated, but not much more. Take, for example, Brussels sprouts, or as I like to call them, solidified farts. New studies have revealed that about 50% of people have a mutation in their genes that make Brussels sprouts taste like shit. I personally hate them, but my dad fucking loves them. So do Brussels sprouts suck? Some would say yes, others would say no. So I guess it depends on who you ask, or if you're a mutant like me. Some complaints made about Star Trek Discovery are, it's a prequel. For me, this is a big one, as all events that take place are more or less inconsequential, as we already know what's going to happen like 100 years from now. We know there are going to be Klingon Starfleet members and blah blah blah, but yeah, I'm going to do a prequel video real soon explaining why most prequels suck and how to write a good one, so stick around for that. That being said, I don't think most people really care that it's a prequel, as Star Trek has done prequels before and they were received pretty well, so as long as it's good, no one really cares about prequels. I do though! Redesign of Klingons is another thing that people didn't like, adding all the extra grit to their faces and kind of ruining their speech a bit. Like, a lot of people complain about how there's too many pauses in between their syllables and stuff like that. People are also complaining about the plot and the acting. Like, personally, I think the stories are good and I think the actors are good. You just need to set it after the events of Voyager and it would work perfectly in my opinion. But the biggest complaint is that it doesn't have that Star Trek feel. It's done that gritty reboot thing, though not actually a reboot. It doesn't feel very Roddenberry Star Trek. Personally, I'm kind of okay with this, but I understand the argument. It's not such a big deal for me. I think this is the time for that sort of stuff, but at the same time, people have been longing for that sort of more traditional Star Trek feel, which is why the Orville was received so well. Say what you want about it, it kind of has that old school sci-fi feeling. And this is how I felt about a show like Dark Matter as well. It had that old school science fiction feel that we kind of needed. It still had some grit and stuff woven in. I think we're all a little bit sick of the gritty sort of stuff these days. We need something lighthearted and refreshing, which is what Star Trek used to be. It used to be deep thinking, but also kind of chilled at the same time. Why some people kind of enjoy this show, I think these are just my opinions and some other ones that have been floating around the web. Again, it's all subjective, but I think it's very visually stunning. But anything these days kind of is. But Star Trek Discovery is very pretty. I love the stories. I like the stories. I think the little subplots and the major events are good. Just make the enemy something other than Klingon, and again, set it after the events in Voyager, and I wouldn't be able to complain about the stories. Good cast. Say what you want, but personally, I think Sonequa Martin Green is gorgeous and a great actor, but I'm sure many people think otherwise. Doug Jones, though he's in full prosthetics, is awesome, as is Jason Isaac. Say what you want about the characters, I think the cast are doing a great and convincing job, but of course many will disagree. And this is what it comes down to, man. Like, who is right and who is wrong? Justin Bieber's music to me sounds like what AIDS would sound like if you could hear it. Yet many people love his stuff. He's fucking multi-millionaire. Everything from apple strudel to the smell of gasoline is subjective, man. Whatever you like, there are people out there who are gonna hate, and probably write a YouTube comment telling everyone just how much they hate it. But the thing is, one person's distaste is another one's taste. Wait, what's the opposite of distaste? I don't know. Just take some of these comments from some of my videos as evidence. When talking about why critics hated the Orville, because Seth MacFarlane is a trash bag, followed immediately by, Seth MacFarlane is brilliant. It's the worst series ever made. I love it. It's entertaining as hell. We're talking about why Dark Matter got cancelled. Dark Matter got cancelled because it kinda sucked. Such a great show, I'll definitely miss Dark Matter. I made a video about Dirk Gently. Dude, are you like 12? Name calling? You're fucking annoying. Please drop the Frodo. 2003 is gone. Move the fuck on. It made me giggle every time you called him Frodo instead of Todd. Lamau, thanks for the video. I was a bit lost, blah blah blah. So look, it doesn't matter what you do or what you create, from shitty sci-fi related YouTube videos to massive big budget production. Haters gonna hate. So, does Star Trek Discovery suck? Yes and no. Depending on who you ask and depending on you personally will determine whether or not it sucks. It both sucks and doesn't suck at the same time. It's like Schrodinger's show. It's in a constant state of sucking and not sucking at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm using that analogy properly. But anyway, who cares? How do I feel about STD? STD. I think it's fine, I guess. Like, whatever, who cares? Do you think Star Trek Discovery sucks? Leave a comment. I'm pretty sure I know how most of you guys feel based on my Orville video, but leave a comment anyway, and thanks for watching. Yes.